Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, and welcome back to another crypto video. This morning I was wondering, if you woke up and you had $1 million, what would be the first thing that you'd buy? I thought about that, but what I was more so interested in was, if you had 50 million, would you leave the country? Would you move somewhere else or not? For me, I definitely think I would. I would go somewhere else where the taxes are a lot better. But would you guys do that too? Or would you just stay around and accept that you're going to have to pay about, let's say, 25 at least % of that? Let me know in the comment section down below. And by doing that, you're also automatically entering yourself into our $100 crypto giveaway that we give away the first time a video hits 1,500 likes within 24 hours. And again, all you had to do to enter was make sure you press the like button, make sure you are subscribed, and make sure you comment something down below. But that all aside, today is, I think, a very interesting day. I woke up and I saw this article here. Ripple UK's Treasury classifies XRP as exchange token, not security. I didn't read the full document here because, I have things to do in a day. And to a different degree, what really the UK calls different cryptocurrencies is not that interesting. Because you can read here for 46 pages exactly what the UK thinks. But in the end, I know they'll just change their mind eventually once more. And the US is not going to derive their opinion from what the UK does, and bringing this up with the UK thought in a lawsuit has like a 1% effectiveness, right? So I also don't exactly know why this is relevant to so many people. However, the reason I think they call it relevant is because they have classified XRP as an exchange token, not a security, and those people are just happy that the clarity at least has come in at some specific parts of the world. At least in this case, the UK. I think it's pretty nice. On the contrary, though, the UK doesn't have the best rules for crypto in general, but this one is good. They are also already considering XRP in the top 3 with Bitcoin and Ethereum, and rightfully so, right? As they're huge, all 3 of them, and they should have the same type of clarity. And at least in the UK, it's happened now. And I think eventually it'll also be an asset class on its own, just where XRP, Bitcoin, and Ethereum, as an example, are going to be kind of the starting points of a new asset class. Because is it a real normal currency? No. Is it a real normal asset like gold then? No. So, yeah. Well, where exactly does it leave it? Because the main purpose could be paying, but it could also more so be just considered a commodity, basically. It's a difficult one, I find, to where exactly you should put it. Exchange token is, I think, a fine naming for it, but the US, I think, does things a little bit differently. But I'm still wondering exactly what's going to roll out from this and if it will have any effect on the rest of the world, because at least we now know that the UK thinks this, but the UK is very small in comparison, right? So another thing I found very interesting, which is the main subject of today, was this little post from XAA's, brother XAA's, over on Twitter. And whenever I talk about this type of stuff, I don't really know if the guys speaking out about it are actually serious or just joking around, but he just said, "I don't know about you, but I'm going to keep holding my NWO IMF XRP until they match Bitcoin current price at the time of this tweet." Which I found really interesting. Of course, that's a heavy statement. So, yeah, it's definitely quite interesting to see why exactly they said that. We have a picture from the from Bearable Guy 123. You can see the little bear thingy right there, the logo, I guess kind of a Ripple logo. We have Christine Lagarde from the ECB, the European Central Bank, with the little logo right there, which definitely resembles it. I can't say it's the same thing, but it definitely does resemble it. It's 3 little, I don't know what the frig those things are called, 3 little thingies. Here's the same thing, but they're a little bit differently connected. But all right, let's say it's the same thing. We have, I don't know exactly where the connection is, except for maybe this right here, which is something really different. Maybe something else, maybe it just means war is coming. I don't really know exactly what this one is here. Maybe, no, it's not that. I don't know too much. And then this one, Triskelion, this is just basically explaining what the Ripple logo is. The Ripple logo mark is called the Triskelion. Historically, a Triskelion is a motif consisting of 3 interlocked spirals. In ancient art around the world, the Triskelion suggests rotational symmetry, movement, and perpetuity. Basically here forever, always moving, and always equal, basically, something like that. Now, the interesting part about it is, again, why she had this on, possibly, some people have said, and to the fact that everybody knows it's all connected to each other. Point is, when you look a little bit further, you actually notice they said until it matches the Bitcoin current price, right? And that's, again, where I kind of itch because I'm sometimes not sure whether or not these guys are real. I'm a big guy on XRP, right? I'm always very bullish. You guys know that. You know, I'm always very happy to hold my XRP. I'm not selling it for almost anything in the world. However, XRP Pom Pom asked, XRP and Bitcoin will switch prices? XRP said, if it tastes good, it is bad for you. I mean, is a fruit really that bad? I don't know. If it tastes like shit, it is healthy. BTC has no utility. It is no hedge against inflation if inflated fiat are used to buy it. BTC is 45k plus. XRP has endless utility, and it is designed to be deflationary. XRP is 0.33 cents. So, I do not exactly know how they make the relationship here. It's just basically Bitcoin is a lot less useful than XRP is, so XRP and Bitcoin should change places. Makes no sense, especially if you consider the fact that he says there's no hedge against inflation since fiat is used to buy it, but then he's kind of considering that, again, this is going to be measured in that fiat, which, again, if it is inflated, which is supposed to be a hedge for, the price should also be going up, which means it is a hedge against inflation possibly, so that makes no sense either. However, his idea is interesting, right? Because I do think a lot of people are considering this and thinking about it and talking about it. So, to me, all I should, I guess, say about this little situation is, it is not necessarily meant to be a one world currency. It could be, like we established in our previous video. It could also be that they're going to be working as a federal, or no, I guess a world reserve currency, a digital world reserve currency. It could be. However, I don't think that's necessarily the purpose, right? We all know it's the purpose to just be the middle of transactions, basically, and that realm is already quadrillions of dollars worth. So all this really deep, heavy connections is nice, it's fun, but it doesn't have to be. And that's, again, something you really have to think in your mind very clearly. It could be that this is all planned out, right? Again, you see what I'm highlighting right there? It could be that that is all a bigger plan to get XRP out of the system right now because maybe something went wrong. Maybe they just are doing everything that's happening right now elaborately. Because it all could be. And that's the fun part. We don't know. Is XRP being pushed down just because they don't want it to succeed? Or is XRP being pushed down because they want the big guys to enter the crypto too? Who knows? I at least don't. If you knew, if you really know, let me know in the comment section, right? But all I know is that it's going to be big just for its use already that we can see, that we know for a fact. And I think, you know, some of this stuff might be a little bit too heavy. PETA says wrong. XRP is not a cult. The world is not a big conspiracy with hidden symbols that revolve around XRP. Again, that's debatable. Could be. True is we are at a technological turning point in the financial sector, and XRP could be one of the game-changing elements. Thanks. P.S. I'm a long XRP holder. And again, I'm not saying once more that none of this is true. I'm just saying it is unlikely, and I'm not personally too much up for it. However, if you really have a convincing argument, I'm not going to say it is impossible, right? Because once more, we don't really know what's going on in the back end here. We don't know how much of this is planned. We don't know how much they want to, hide or what's really going on. I'm just saying, make sure you don't go out from that in terms of price. If you really think that is all happening and the world revolves around it, okay, right? But in terms of price, that's the one I'm talking about here, right? Don't just expect the price to go to $40,000 per coin. It's just a little bit crazy. It might happen, all right? But the chance is just so ridiculously small because that would place Bitcoin at, for example, $4 million a freaking coin. Just to name a little example, maybe $16 million a coin. Why? Well, Bitcoin is not going away anytime soon. It is going away eventually, I think. If you look longevity, XRP is winning the race. Ethereum right now, with Ethereum 2.0 is doing a good job. Bitcoin will go away eventually, but it might take a very freaking long time before it does that. And you should be prepared for it. So from that perspective, if XRP goes to that high of a price, it'll most likely be because all people in the world have switched over to the crypto standard. Buying crypto is just a normal thing. And yeah, Bitcoin is, for example, at $16 million a piece. And just a piece of bread in the store is now $100. From that point on forward, okay, let's think these things through. Right? It could be. But in a normal economy like right now, like tomorrow, the price won't all of a sudden be freaking $1,000 per XRP. This is just ridiculous. Just think about how much money would have to be put in and what really the purpose of that would be. What would be the purpose of such a high XRP? I know, and I'm as bullish as you guys are when I'm saying higher prices per XRP have benefits, right? That's my only bookmark here, as you can see why a higher XRP price would help Ripple and why a higher XRP price would be useful. Logically. It is logical why a higher price would be better. But that high, I don't see it happening anytime soon. It could happen in the future sometime, but $40,000, no, I think you're putting too much on your spoon here. If you guys disagree with me, just quickly unfollow if you really think it's going to hit $40,000 anytime soon. because I think you're a little bit crazy if you do think that, unless, again, these consequences apply where, again, things are just really out of the ordinary, the whole world is switching over. And once more, I think some of the people actually do think that the world is really going to quickly collapse because of all the printing, for example, the US debt clock, and just the US debt basically is just rising so much, so a crash will come which would change our world completely. However, it just depends on how heavily you also see this inflation. If inflation is just going to be 10% instead of 2%, okay, then all of this is still kind of stupid. If it goes to, for example, 12,000% instead of 2%, okay, hey, we might be on a line. But it once more depends on what you think of the rest of the world. Do you think gold is going to be not bought anymore? Do you think all that money will flow in? Oh, okay, that would be cool, but that would still not bring XRP close to even $1,000 if even the money from gold would come on in. I don't think it's even at $1,000 then if all the money would switch from gold to XRP. I don't think it would even be close. And so forth and so on. You can kind of think about that for a little while here, that all these prices are interesting unless you really think about the reality and the severity of where we're at right now. We should focus on maybe 50 cents right now, which is really around the corner. Maybe $1, maybe $2.50. Why? Well, some guys always say, hey, let's hit 50 cents first before talking about $1.50. And I keep telling them, no, that doesn't work that way. Because if you see a huge move above 50 cents, it could just be that 2 days later, 1 day later, you're at $1.50, $2. Why? Well, XRP would have right now already been at least at $1.50, I think, had it not been for the SEC pushing them down. And if they get another good spot here, right now we know Korea is buying already, but if we get another good spot here, it could be that they just keep on rising all the way to 90 cents in like 2 days or so. It could really be. So that's why I'm always saying just look a little bit more ahead. But XRP Tiffany also said, bro, how many of you are tired of these lame-ass friends telling you to sell your XRP when the only research they've done is reading a lawsuit or article on Ripple? So I've actually had a couple of my own friends sell the coin, which is definitely quite interesting. And I kept telling them, like, hey, don't sell because of a lawsuit like this if you're not convinced they're going to lose. And they kept saying, man, it's game over for XRP. And all I could say is, okay, man, if you think so, that's on you. And I sold at 22 cents, so that was definitely quite interesting. Guys, check out 5-Minute Crypto, by the way. Are you guys already subscribed to it? Also, check out Webull from the US. And check out GSX is a gold-backed coin. It's definitely quite interesting. Link is down below. You get 22% bonus right now, plus 5% bonus for using my link. And I definitely think it's a cool project in the sense that it's the first gold-backed coin, basically. That's pretty interesting. But the last one I had here was Bitcoin's roller coaster ride. Ether shines and XRP mystery. Holders digest. Even though I didn't want to read into this fully, because it's a very long article and I don't think it's actually worth it, the most interesting point out of all of this is the fact that XRP is a mystery right now. I think all of us would agree. Right now, XRP is really unpredictable. XRP is really unexplainable, basically, because nobody understands what part is being manipulated and what part is being, really market-based. Korea is having retail FOMO for XRP and for the rest of the crypto, basically, but also XRP, because they know maybe more than we do. Could be. It could also be that Ripple is basically hinting at, hey, don't worry too much about it, don't sweat it, because they know they win, because they know they put everything into place, they orchestrated everything. Who knows? Maybe eventually we'll find out Ripple did this to kind of shake out all the weak hands and just give all the people that stick with the project a huge ROI. Who knows? I don't. And I don't think Ripple did that, but who freaking knows? I just don't get it. It's such a crazy time. There's so many different theories we could think about. And let me know down below what your theory about XRP is. All right, I'm going to read almost every comment. I'm going to try to block as many spam comments as I can, but comment down below what you think. And I'll see you guys again in another crypto video. Take care, everybody.